Hello, you are with me, the voice of ability and for persons with disability. United Nations statistics estimate that over 600 million people live with disability globally, and over 400 million people live with disability in Africa. 40% of Africa's population are made up of people living with disability. 10 to 15% of school-age children in Africa live with disability. Ghana's population is over 32 million, and 8% are people living with disability. How does this impact on persons with disability in terms of policy formulation, marriage and family life, education, healthcare, employment, and so on? For those of us in the disability community, discrimination and stigmatization is the root cause of almost every challenge we face. However, success only comes to those who know how to overcome their challenges and not those who know how to avoid challenges. So join me, the voice of ability and for persons with disability, as I navigate my way through the riveting stories, the unbelievable experiences, and the life-transforming journeys of persons with disability on the Helping Hand TV show.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the H4P Organization is 12 years old. Hooray! And H4P, as part of the 12th anniversary, has launched the Chill Awards. The Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards is the Chill Awards.
The Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards is an award scheme instituted by the H4P Organization to honor and acknowledge people who contribute significantly towards national development and especially the development of the disability community.
Is the Chill Awards. Eligibility to winning the Chill Awards, it's in the following categories. 1. The individual, group or organization who has contributed to the sports and the entertainment landscape in the disability community. 2. In the area of education. And 3. In entrepreneurship. Is the Chill Awards, the Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards, and the call to application will soon be made available on the H4P Organization's website, h4porganization.org, Chill Awards website, chillawards.com, Helping Hand website, helpinghandshow.com, and on our social media platforms. Or call +233 209 555 777 or +233 596 313 338 or +233 277 552 208 is the Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards, the Chill Awards.
Chill Awards.
The Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards, the Chill Awards.
Chill Awards. Chill Awards. Chill Awards. Chill Chill Awards. Chill Awards.
The Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards, the Chill Awards.
Chill Awards.
Hello, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. This is the Helping Hand TV show. It's a very special edition. We are at the house of the Chill Awards winner, a woman I really love, a woman I really respect. She's like a mother to me, and I'm so proud to come and present to her the award she won during the just ended prestigious Chill Awards. I'll take you inside and we'll talk a bit with her, and I'm sure you'd enjoy this episode. Well, special thanks to DD Unlimited Company Limited and Fasty Chapel. This is a special edition of the Helping Hand TV show, the Chill edition. I hope you'll be chilling. I'll see you soon.
Chill Awards.
Hello, mommy.
Oh,
Good to see you.
to see you too. You are welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello and welcome to the special edition of the Helping Hand TV show. I am with a woman I call my mother, a very, very great woman. She's actually the winner of the Chill Awards 2023. We are going to get into the interview, but before then, I'll go for a quick commercial break. When I come back, Madam Emma Bruce Lau will be my guest. Stay tuned.
We'll be right back.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are with me, the voice of ability on air for persons with disability. And today I want to introduce you to someone with so much ability. Some people call her the greatest friend. Others call her the sweet companion. And others still call her the faithful worker. She is dependable, reliable, and adorable. And she's committed to lending you a helping hand anytime, anywhere. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome DV Cleaners.
DV Cleaners Alata Samina Shower Gels, DV Cleaners Aloe Vera Shower Gels, DV Cleaners Body Lotions, DV Cleaners Hair Shampoos, DV Cleaners Hair Conditioners, DV Cleaners Liquid Detergents, DV Cleaners Hand Wash, DV Cleaners Floor Cleaners, DV Cleaners Toilet Cleaners, DV Cleaners Cake Soaps, and now introducing DV Cleaners Hand Sanitizers. For bulk purchase, call us on +233 278 308 246 or +233 244 467 326. DV Cleaners, one of the top most made in Ghana products. DV Cleaners, proudly Ghanaian.
And so remember that anytime you purchase any of the DV Cleaners range of products, you are lending a helping hand to a person with disability, and you are supporting H4P Organization's special advocacy for persons with disability. DV Cleaners.
Nature's finest touch. Sheila Wong. Sheila Wong. Sheila Wong. Sheila
The Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards, the Chill Awards.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show with me, the voice of ability on air for persons with disability. I'm excited. I'm excited. Mommy, welcome.
Thank you very much.
It's been a while.
All the way.
Yes. Mommy, how have you been?
It's very fine. By the grace of God, He looks after me.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen. And you're looking beautiful. Mommy, we'll get to the awards, but we are celebrating the good work, the hard work over the years. It's been amazing. What got you into all this work? Because everywhere you pass, Madam Bisla, everywhere you pass. How did this all begin?
Well, I am a handicapped child. I'm a polio victim.
Okay.
My mother tells me when I was 10 months that I had polio. At that time, nobody knew about polio. They haven't even discovered the vaccine.
Yeah.
So I had fever. I was taken to the hospital. They gave me a jab. And she said I had then started even walking. I walked at 10 months, not 1 year.
Okay.
Like all children. But when I came back from the hospital after the injection, and I was paralyzed. So, thank God, I had an uncle who had just returned from Britain as a medical doctor.
Okay.
You might have heard of him, Dr. Evan Sanfon. He passed on just about 2 years ago.
Okay.
So when he came, then at that time I was told my feet were like this It wasn't
this way. Okay.
You can't put it down. So together with another uncle, Dr. Ismon, they operated and corrected it.
Okay.
So I had my feet down. Otherwise, I couldn't have even walked.
Wow. Wow.
So through medical
Intervention.
practice,
Okay.
I was able to. They corrected it.
Okay.
Then by and by, in Ghana, you go through all sorts of things. But I was taken to, we have a family house at Mampoint Kwapim.
Okay.
Where they got a herbalist. And he comes to massage the legs. So it was at that family house where I was able to stand up and use the wheel,
Okay.
the walker,
Okay.
our own walker,
Yeah.
our own Ghana walker, not what now is being sold. The wooden one.
There's an interesting story with the herbal man, the time he came often and all that. Tell us about that.
Yes, he comes, everything they do is always shrouded in secrecy.
Yes.
That's why we don't get far. So he comes very early in the morning before sunrise.
Wow.
And by the time he comes, my mother told me, I was then young, so I didn't even know, but it was my mother who told me the story.
Okay.
Said by the time he comes, he would have mashed the leaves. So you won't even know
what
type of leaves they are. And nobody talks. He knew where my mother sleeps, so he just knocks at the window.
Okay.
Then my mother will get up and take me out. No talking. No talking. So that's how I started walking. Thankfully, I started walking before 6 years.
Oh, okay.
So by and by, I was able to walk. And I started school.
Okay. Mommy, let me take you back a bit. The viewers all over the world would want to know, first of all, Bruce Lyle. Where does it come from? And what tribe? And where were you born?
I am a Ga. A full-blooded Ga. Maybe not very full-blooded. Because my grandfather is a Welsh.
Okay.
Comes from Wales. He said British.
Okay.
Wales.
Okay.
So that was where I got the Lyle.
Okay.
My grandmother is Bruce.
Okay.
But Bruce from Jamestown.
Oh.
Yes.
I didn't know guys you do Bruce.
We have Bruce. We have Bruce. A big family.
Wow.
From Jamestown.
Okay.
Later on, she became Lady McCarthy.
Okay.
She got married to a judge who is Sir Leslie McCarthy.
Okay.
So later on, she became Lady McCarthy. So my father took on his mother's name and his father. So that was how we came by Bruce Lyle.
Okay. But Mommy, you speak Fanti quite well. Where did that come from?
Well, when you are disabled, the person who takes care of you much is your mother.
Yeah.
So I was very much attached to her. And she was also a public servant.
Okay.
So she was traveling, she was going on transfers.
Okay.
She never gave me being handicapped as an excuse for not working the way she should work. So she was transferred to Takoradi.
Okay.
And that's how I learned my Fanti from. She was also in Ashanti region, and that's where I picked my Ashanti.
Okay.
But when I speak Ashanti, people marvel. They say, "Oh, are you an Ashanti?" Because I started school at Koforidua.
Okay.
I never stayed in Accra.
Okay.
I left Accra with my mother before 6 years.
Okay.
So she stayed in Koforidua. And then from Koforidua, she was transferred to Kumasi. So that was how I got the Akan dialect.
Okay.
I read, I write Akan.
Amazing.
And then I went to Takrady.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I got the Fanti too from.
So Chi, Fanti, obviously Ga.
Ga.
Are there other languages you speak?
Oh, I do a little bit of Ewe.
Oh, wow.
Because that's where I started work. My mother got transferred there, and then I had my first appointment in the public service in Ho. So I was working at the hospital, so I picked, you'll be forced to.
Definitely.
Yes. At the hospital, people come there, they don't understand English, so you'll be forced to. So I picked a few words of Ewe. When they speak, I can't speak it fluently, like the way I speak Fanti or Ashanti, but when you speak, I understand.
Well, I am with the Chill Awards winner, and I'm going to go for a break. When I come back, we'll talk about her education and then how she got into public service. It's a Helping Hand TV show, special edition. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
We'll be right back.
Success is a product of hard and wise work. Here's 60-second success with the Bishop. Stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of 60-second success with the Bishop. Most people are good at planning for the future, so much that they end up neglecting the responsibilities of today. An important thing to note is that the road that leads to the future is constructed through the present. What it means is that if you do today what others are not doing, you will get tomorrow what others won't get. Successful people are those who have their eyes fixed on the future, and yet at the same time, they have their feet firmly fixed in today. Successful people know that today is as important as tomorrow. So you don't look too much at tomorrow and neglect the responsibilities of today. Thank you.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show with me, the voice of ability and for persons with disability. I am with one of my special mothers, an amazing woman, the winner of the Chill Awards 2023, Madam Emma Bruslau. Madam, thank you so much for your time. We are in your house. It's been, if I'm not mistaken, almost 10 years since I last came here.
Yeah, that's why I said it's been a long while.
But of course, we've been in touch
yes,
throughout. Your birthday is the same as H4P's birthday.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. It's wonderful how you get in touch with people of like minds and other issues.
Mommy, so can you tell us how old this year?
76.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow.
God has been very, very good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I talk to him always. It's been very good. I remember once I went to a hospital. I was having a backache.
Okay.
It was a Russian doctor. Then when I was then 60.
Okay.
And she said, oh, at 60, most polio patients will be in wheelchairs. At that time, I wasn't in a wheelchair.
Okay.
I told her I'm different.
Yeah.
I told her I'm different.
Wow.
But it's what you wish for that sometimes you get. Honestly, my mother never made me feel handicapped. She made me do everything that a normal child does.
From pounding fufu.
I'll pound fufu because that is my favorite.
I see. And which soup? Your favorite?
My favorite is light soup.
Oh wow. Chicken or fish?
Anything, so long as it's light soup. You know, so she never made me feel handicapped because when I'm doing those house chores and her friends come to us, oh, why don't you let her rest? I hear her telling them that she's not going to be around all the time.
Yeah.
So I should learn to be independent. And honestly, looking back, that helped me a lot. Until I started wheelchair use. I never took myself as a handicapped person. You know.
But Mami, this is a question I often ask you. Where do you draw the line between not stressing the child that has a disability and thinking that you want the child to learn to be independent? Where do you draw the line? Because sometimes you think you are stressing the child, like your mom's friends were saying, but your mom was able to draw the line to make you independent.
Yes.
If there are parents watching us, what advice would you give?
You see, it's always the mindset.
Okay.
And then our culture.
Okay.
I always say that our culture doesn't help us because our culture makes you feel empathy for people who are sick.
Yeah.
And in Ghana, they take every handicap as a sickness. You know.
Yeah.
But forgetting that, and at the same time, that is where they bring the stigma.
Yeah.
Oh, this person is sick. He or she can't be amongst us.
Yeah.
She can't do this, she can't do that. Yeah. You know, when you haven't even tested the person to see where his or her strong areas are. So I was listening to a workshop and somebody was talking about stigmatization. So I told them, I sent them a note because I was online.
Okay.
I told them that they should also tell parents not to hide their handicapped children.
Yeah.
Let them know that they are capable of doing everything. Just try them and see where their weaknesses and their strong areas are.
Okay.
Then you know how to manage them. I remember the first time I came to your studio.
Yeah.
And then I was trying to get on my car.
Yeah.
It was a 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
And your people were trying to help me.
Yeah.
But then I told them that the way I will climb it, when they want to climb, they can't do it.
Yeah.
So they should leave me. and I did. But now I can't do that.
Okay.
Now I can't do that unless I have
something to step
a step
Okay.
up. Yes.
Okay.
At that time I could do it easily. I just lift myself up and then I sit.
So definitely your mom played an important role.
A very, 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 very important role in my life.
Amazing.
Yes. It is when the parents are aware of how their children can cope with their disability, then they are able to guide them.
Mami, do you think literacy also helps?
Yes, education helps a lot.
Okay.
Education, you can't tell me that education, because she is educated.
Yeah.
She understood exactly what needs to be done. My father was, careful.
It's precious that
I remember when I had my first child, then when he heard I was pregnant, he was saying, Lillian, why can't you? One is enough. I said, no, one is not enough. You know. So I said, if I had been staying with you, I wouldn't get to where I have been able to get.
Yeah. Definitely his
But
love.
the sympathy was,
Yeah.
when the sympathy is too much,
Okay.
that's what happens.
So is it okay to then ask the person involved whether we can let you do this or not, instead of deciding for the person also?
Yeah, don't decide for any disabled child.
Okay.
Don't decide. Let that person always come out to tell you what he or she can or cannot do.
That's amazing. Amazing. Mommy, let's talk about your education. Anything about your education that stands out for you as far as you can remember?
Oh, well, I went through education like a very normal Ghanaian child.
Okay.
Through primary school. My education, I started my primary school in Koforidua, St. Peter's Anglican.
Okay.
Then, when we came to, my mother was given a quarters at Koforidua at Fiduase, near Fiduase. So I changed from Anglican, then I went to Methodist.
Okay.
Methodist continued there.
Mm.
And then from Koforidua, she was transferred to Kumasi. There too, I went to a Catholic school.
Oh, okay. So you started from Anglican, then Methodist, then Catholic.
I went to Kumasi, St. Benedict's Catholic.
Okay.
She always wants me to be nearer a school. I remember when I went to a Fiduase Methodist, at that time, I think that was the first time they saw somebody who is fair-colored. And all the students, pupils came, they will come around me asking me, Oko toilet. As if the people of white, they are very, very different. Yes. So those are some of the things, you know. Then I went to Kumasi. Then from Kumasi, she was transferred to Takrady.
Okay.
But it was at Takrady where I sat for common entrance.
Okay.
That was, that place too, I went to a Presbyterian school. So I went round. Exactly. I went round. And when I wanted to sit for the common entrance, my mother didn't want me. That was the only time she felt I should stay with her.
Because of your condition?
Yes.
Wow.
So she taught me how to sew.
Okay.
She sewed, not a professional seamstress.
Okay.
But she taught me the rudiments of sewing. So I always have a doll. So I sewed dresses for the doll. You know. So she wanted me to be a seamstress, and I said no. That one, I will not be a seamstress.
Wow.
I also want to go to a secondary school.
Wow.
So I passed, and I went to St. Louis.
Okay.
St. Louis Girls,
Okay.
in Kumasi.
Okay.
So at St. Louis, there at that time, we do everything in school. In the morning, everybody has work to do. The students keep the compound clean. Some of them work at the dining hall, the kitchen, or the classrooms.
Yeah.
But because of my condition, and because they know that I sew, they just put me in their sewing room. The sisters,
Okay.
that is the nuns,
Okay.
they put me in their sewing room, and I was.
So that became your
sewing.
part of the job.
Yes,
Okay.
that is what I do in the morning.
Okay. Wow. But mommy, through school, whilst you're going through school, what did you aspire to become after school?
I had wanted to become a medical officer.
Why?
I don't know, but I have a flair for looking after people.
Okay.
I wanted to become a medical officer. So I did science. I did science at O level, and I did science at A level as well.
Wow.
It was after that, then I realized they said, oh, with your condition, you can't be a doctor because you need to be standing up most of the time. I said, well, incidentally, I didn't do well in my chemistry, though I did very well in biology.
Okay.
Yes. So
You had
I
to switch.
decided, well, let me join the civil service. Because at that time, my uncle was with the Ministry of Health.
Okay.
So that was how I got into public service.
Well, we are there, where mommy is known for all her achievements and all that. Civil service. We'll go for a break. When we come back, we'll talk more about how she managed to maneuver her way through and get to the top. It's a Helping Hand TV show. This is a special edition. We are with the winner of the Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards 2023. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Is the music segment on the Helping Hand TV show.
Mama Yeshira Ejo Nyamye O Nyame wo fata Aye Mama Yeshira Ejo Nyamye O Nyame wo fata Yeah. Yamabe, Erade Wosa, Yegi, Erade Wosa, Yeyo, Erade Wosa, Wosa, Yegi, Nane, Erade Wosa, Yegi, Wangwana Wosa, Yeyo, Erade Wosa, Yegi, Wosa, Yeyo, Erade Wosa, Yegi, Wosa, Yeyo, Erade Wosa, Yegi, Wosa, Yeyo, Erade Wosa,
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show, the special edition. My guest is Madam Emma Bruce Lyle, the winner of the Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards 2023, the maiden edition. And she's an incredible woman. What we've gotten to in the interview is her work in the civil service, and you see why she deservedly won the Chill Awards for 2023. So much hard work, so much good work, and we thank God for her life. Mommy, thank you so much for your time again.
Thank you too.
Mommy, let's talk about your journey through the civil service.
Because my uncle was working with the Ministry of Health,
Okay,
he tried to let me start from there.
okay,
So I started work at Ho
okay,
Water Region
okay,
at the Ministry of Health.
okay. How old were you at the time?
Maybe I was just about 22 or 23.
Oh, very young.
Yes. And because I hadn't gone to the university, I started as a junior officer.
Okay,
That is, I started as an executive officer,
okay,
and I was posted to the regional directorate of the Ministry of Health.
okay,
I was there when I was sent to the whole government hospital
okay.
to continue work. It's the same hospital. Then later on, that was, I started in 69.
Okay.
69, I started work. January 69.
Your birth month.
My birth month, yes. From there, I was posted back to the regional directorate.
Okay.
And unfortunately, my most senior officer under whom I worked was affected by the Buzia's Apollo 568. You know, when Buzia came, there were lots of public servants who were asked to
Go home.
go home. And he was then the senior executive officer
Okay.
under whom I'm working, even though there was a regional medical officer, but my immediate boss was affected.
Okay.
So I had to take over. And here I am. I haven't even worked in Accra before. And I'm supposed to head a whole administration.
Wow.
So sometimes I will call Accra, the head office. When I'm in a fix, I will call somebody. One day I called, I said, "You, Accra, who are you? who are you? You never worked here, and every day you call." I said, "Yes, when I don't understand something, I have to call you."
Exactly.
You know. So they teach me, they direct me what to do.
Okay.
By and by, I got the ropes. So I was able to handle the office until a senior officer was posted.
Okay.
Before I started work, when I went for the medical exam, the doctor who examined me asked me, "Can you work with my condition?" So I asked him, am I using my legs to work or my hands?
Exactly.
That's the question I ask. You see, because of the way my mother brought me up,
Yeah.
I was able to face these things. Unfortunately, as a doctor, you need not ask me that question.
Yeah.
Obviously, in doing administration, it is my hand that I will use to
And your
write.
brains, yeah.
And my brains.
Yeah.
My brain is not handicapped.
Yeah. Yeah.
My brain is not handicapped. And even at that time, I wasn't even using a cane, a walking stick. Yes.
How were you moving about?
I was moving. You'd only see me as handicapped because of the limp.
Okay.
You know, I had a limp in the right leg.
Okay.
That's all that you see me. I started using a cane when I had a fall. I had my leg, the bad leg was broken.
Oh.
You know, and when you have a fracture, I think, I'm not a medical officer, but I think it shortens further the leg. So that was when I started using a walking stick for the balance.
Okay. But were you in pain?
Yeah, because during our time, these things were not known.
Yeah.
They didn't start me with the prosthetics
Okay.
that now they use to balance you up.
Okay.
So it was later in the day when I have grown, then they wanted to introduce me to that, and I couldn't just, at that time, the shoes that they made from the limb fitting center, we call it okumananka. It was so heavy, and I felt very uncomfortable in them, so I just left it.
Mommy, so were you in pain when you move up and down? Were you feeling pain?
No, I never feel any pain.
Okay.
You know, so coming back to work, that was how I started work. And I rose through the ranks. I got my higher executive officer in Ho. Then later on, my mother came to Kumasi, and I am like a walking stick to my mother. I always follow her. She left me in Ho.
Okay.
And when she was going, she had wanted me to resign work and follow her and do my sewing. So I told her, no. Well, how can you be alone in Ho? I said, I will. And before she left Ho, I had arranged for a government quarters and everything.
Wow.
The day she packed and left for Kumasi, I also packed into my quarters.
Amazing.
And all my work people were asking, hey, your mother has gone, so how do you manage? I said, I was managing her.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I was washing her things. She was wearing, she's a telephonist, a senior telephonist. At that time, they wear white. I was washing it, ironing it all the time.
Wow.
So I told her I was also managing her.
Thank you so much for being with me, the voice of ability for persons with disability. This has been the special edition of the Helping Hand TV show. I came to visit my very, very special mother, the winner of the Chill Awards 2023, Madame Brusilal, and we've had an amazing time. Her wealth of knowledge, her wealth of work has been amazing, and I am still waiting for her to finish with her memoir. Then we'll celebrate with her. Yeah, we'll celebrate with her. Thank you so much. Well, special thanks to DV Unlimited, Company Limited, and Fast Teach Chapel, my proud sponsors, and special thanks to you for tuning in. I'm going to do this again next week. Until then, remember, disability is not inability. Thank you. Take care of yourself. God bless you. We'll see you next week.